Tide Talk Web is back, baby. We're at the Bama Georgia game, son. Well, things get really interesting. We're going to have our big first test of the year. We're going to see where we measure up. We're going to see if we can stop the run consistently. We're going to see how our defensive backs have improved. You're young, very talented. We're going to see where that goes. We do know the Saban effect was in effect when Saban was there. Kirby's record versus Saban is 1-5. You know, now we have a lot of talent, a lot of young talent. I think the key is the game. If Georgia can't run the ball, they're in trouble. I think if Bama can't throw the ball 10 to 15 to 18 yards consistently, we're in trouble. We can't just rely on that deep bomb. We have to be able to nickel and dime and run, and in some aspects play keep away. We've got to keep that offense on the field and wear their defense down. Georgia has dudes all over the field. Well, we have dudes on the field too at offense. We need to make sure that we can stop them because their main thing is running. I'm not worried about Beck throwing all over the place. This, that, and the other. I mean, they've got good weapons. I mean, they don't have some of the guys they've had in the past. They got Dominic Lovett. They got Delp. Those are kind of their big guys. I would say the biggest heavy hitter is ETN for them. One of the biggest things for us is going to be able to stop ETN. Now, their quarterback, we just need to keep him in the pocket. Obviously, he can't run, so we don't have to worry about that. If I'm on Georgia, I'm on the other hand where I'm sitting there thinking, okay, well, the two best players they got is a 17-year-old kid, Ryan Williams, and Milroe. Those are facts. So, obviously, they're going to have to dedicate at least one or potentially two, so whatever plays they're picking on defense, to Milroe. You don't want him getting out of the pocket. You get him out of the pocket, the game can get out of hand very, very fast. So with that, you're going to have to pull up that linebacker or two, depending on what play, and focus just on him. They're probably going to double cover Ryan Williams. Yeah, he may be the youngest in the game, but he hasn't faced a team that has been successful at double bracketing him. This will be the first one that can, double cover him, possibly a safety over the top. So my other big key to the game is Jeremy Bernard, Kobe Prentice, Kendrick Law, Emmanuel Henderson. Those guys have to show up like they've never showed up before. And this is the start of them showing up to the other starts they're going to have to show up in some of these other big SEC games. Because they're keying in on those two guys. They absolutely are going to sell the farm on stopping Milroe and Williams. So those other guys have to step up and they're going to have to run their routes like their britches are on fire. Period. And I know they can do it. We've seen glimpses of it against Wisconsin. Those are some of the keys of the game to me. And I think the key for us against Georgia is for Bama on defense. We absolutely have to get them third and long. We absolutely have to get them out of that comfort zone if they can just hand the ball off to Etienne and run up the middle or to the right or the left. The thing is, we need to be over 5 yards on third down. We've got to have them in 3rd and 7, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 14, 3rd and 12. Super keys to the game for us. Like I said, they've got dudes everywhere. At every level that they have one guy that's probably going to be first or second round leading that core group. They do have injuries. They've had arrests and this, that, and the other. I don't think they're as good as they were last year or the year before, but they're damn good. They're top 4, period. You can say, oh, they had a bad game against Kentucky. I don't really care. They were looking ahead to Bama. Everybody knows that, period. So keys to the game is, and another key that I think is very crucial, a lot of people aren't looking at, is can our young defensive backs hold up to what they're going to throw at them? Can they hold up to that coming down and run support? Can they hold up to playing one-on-one if they have to? That's going to be a big thing. I don't think there's any Nick Saban or Bama mystique right now in the Georgia team's head because they know Saban's gone. Now, I will say that our offense has been a little vanilla, a little bland. They're probably going to have to open it up a little against Georgia, I think. It's going to be very interesting. Like I said, I really think it comes down to the Bama's offense and Georgia's defense. I think that's what the game will ultimately boil down to. And another part of that for us, a big key is that can the offensive line not make penalties and can they block their ass off? That's one of the biggest things, because if we start getting penalties and we start getting first and long, second and long, third and long, that doesn't pan well for our game either, which is a ground and pound, some mill row, and everything. Like I said, I think another big key factor is, can Milrow and can those receivers get open consistently 10, 15, and 18 yards? That's something to watch early on in this game. That's one of my key matchups, absolutely to watch. Like I said, so we'll see how it pans out. It's going to be a tough game. I don't think they don't have a very exotic offense. They don't do crazy things and misdirections and Statue of Liberty plays and flea flickers, and I don't think you're going to see that out of Georgia. You haven't seen it out of them the last decade. I don't think you're going to see anything different in this game. Maybe a little nuance here and there, but as far as a whole, you're not going to see much different. So anyway, I'll do another video later in the week about that. Anyway, let's get to the top 25 picks of the week. I think Miami beats Virginia Tech 39-10. I think Ole Miss over Kentucky 59-12. I think Michigan over Minnesota 36-14. I think OSU over K-State. I think this is OSU's battle. I think they got it 34-21. BYU over Baylor. I'm calling it now 26-14. USC over Wisconsin 34-8. Notre Dame over Louisville. I'm going to call that 28-24. Oklahoma in a big blowout win over Fairburn, 61-15. Arky over TAMU, 28-26. Texas over Mississippi State, 69-21. Ohio State over Michigan State, 62-6. Clemson over Stanford, 36-9. Iowa State over Houston, 41-18. Bama over Georgia, 28-26, and a barn burner at the end, baby. Illinois over Penn State, 31-22. Washington State over Boise State, calling the upset right now. Washington State over Boise State, 34-16. Utah over Arizona, close game. I think it's 28-21. Oregon over UCLA, 22-6. Anyway, that's all I got. I'll have another video for tomorrow or the day after. Tide Talk with Webb is out.